All right, y'all, we are live on this absolutely beautiful Tuesday morning. Blessings to everybody in the name of Yeshua, Jesus the Messiah. I pray everybody is super blessed. I pray everybody had a very happy and healthy holiday. Guys, we're going to be getting into this extremely volatile price action. And obviously I'm just joking, guys, because this price action has not been very volatile. In fact, there is a chance that we might stay at the price of $16,800 forever. Forever. Now, of course, I'm just kidding, guys, but make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, guys, at Jason_Casper. Giving away $1,000 next week. Also, guys, make sure to go retweet the stream. Let's see if we can get 1,000 people in here. Potentially we can get 1,000 likes. Also, guys, make sure to go join my free Discord community. Link in the description. So, yeah, let's get right into this. Let's see who's in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to CD. Shout out to Service9 who says, sweet conference room. Thank you, bro. Google Images, man. You know, that's what's up. Shout out to Robert Bonar. Says, I'm looking good this morning, no homo. Well, thank you, man. You know, got the new office in the background. So, you know how it is, man. Shout out to Cody Ringler. What is going on? Shout out to Joe. Shout out to the Ape Coach. ETH opened at 6 p.m. Eastern Time last night. Regular trading hours start back up. Yes, guys, we are going to be watching to see if we get any volatility today, because New York is open today. In exactly 28 minutes, New York will be open today. So that is what I'm kind of hoping for right now. So Dow Wester would love to see a big fat red dildo of doom. Well, we'll see. I'm kind of hoping for some kind of volatility. Yeah, I'm hoping for some kind of volatility today, guys. I am. Yep, this price action is super boring, guys. So, you know, I'm still in my swing trades. I'm still in my swing longs, my swing shorts on Bitcoin. Let's just take a look at Bitcoin, hoping that we get some kind of volatility as the market opens, guys. And if we don't, well, then I'm going to be looking at some other assets. Kind of just taking a look here. So, shout out to Boyan, by the way. Boyan is the man, guys. Boyan is the man. Shout out to Cody, who bought the course last week, loving it. Yeah, guys, there's still a 30% discount on the course. This is going on until the new year. So if you use the coupon code Forever in the Friend Zone at learn.jasoncaspertrading.com, you can take advantage of that 30% discount. So, all right. What is going on with Bitcoin? Let's get into it. So, you know, a few weeks ago, I did take a short trade from up here. And I know a lot of us took a short trade from up here. And the reason why is because we came up to a key area of resistance. And this is one of the trade setups that we did give over in the VIP Discord, guys. From that level of 18.3K. We were looking at the 4-hour time frame, saying that it was looking quite bearish. If we came up to that level, we were going to get on the 4-hour time frame one of the most bearish things that you could possibly imagine, and that is this, right? 4-hour time frame, when you get the momentum waves coming down as the price is getting higher like this, and also when you get the money flow coming down, this is an extremely bearish top signal on market Cipher Beam, because it means the move is unsustainable, right? When momentum is coming down, money flow on the 4 hours coming down, that means the move is unsustainable. So we were able to hop into a trade from that level, and we came down and got a bounce from another technical level. So you can see that depending on actually where we pull this range from, that's not actually where I was pulling it from. Where was I pulling it from? Maybe here? Yeah. We came down pretty much and just found support on this low, and now we've been doing nothing for like the past 2 weeks. I have never in my life had price action be this boring on Bitcoin. And so really what I'm looking at right now is I'm looking for price to come to one of two major zones, right? That's what I'm primarily waiting for, is for price to come to one of two major zones. Now, you can see right here that we have been pretty much just consolidating around this high volume node, right? What we've got right here is called a fixed volume profile. This is analyzing all the volume that has traded right here within this range. And whenever you're looking at any asset to take a trade, you always kind of want to look at it through the lenses of, you know, you want to buy low and sell high. And so how do we determine what is low and what is high? One of the ways to do that is by looking at volume, saying whenever price comes toward the high of this area where the asset is considered to be fair value, we look to short it. Whenever it comes toward the low, we look to long it, right? And so right now, for me, I am basically waiting for price to come above these highs or below these lows before I'm actually interested in taking any new trades right now. Because when it is consolidating around this point of control, this high volume node, that's considered as fair value can be. And if an asset is fair value, that doesn't mean there's a good opportunity for you to take advantage of trading it, right? Because the reason we're trading is so that we can buy or sell something in order to make a profit. But if it's fair value, right, that means we're probably not going to make a profit because we're not buying it at a discount and we're not selling it when it's worth more than it should be worth. And so this for me is kind of like the no trade zone. And yes, there are absolutely some areas where we could take scalp trades in this zone for sure, but I would rather kind of wait. So currently holding a short trade from up here, currently holding a long trade from down here, and I'm just kind of waiting it out right now, guys. Just kind of waiting out. Let's see if New York will bring us any kind of volatility. But here's something else that we need to keep in mind if we go to a higher term time frame and we zoom out, right? There is still the potential, guys, that if we get a move and we come above this key area right here, notice where we found resistance. If we go ahead and make this line a little bit thicker, we found resistance at this very key area of support resistance flip, right? Where it was support. It was literally support all throughout September and October. And now it's acting as resistance. What that means is if we can actually now put in a higher high, there is a potential that we could get a slow grind or a fast move all the way back up to that $25,000 level. Now, people scoff at this idea, right? People scoff. But the truth is, guys, it is very possible. It is very possible, and it would catch a lot of people off guard. And that could actually wreck a lot of people because everybody is expecting lower, right? Everybody is expecting lower. And so we have to look at this whole entire Bitcoin price action as basically having different levels, right? We can just clearly see, looking at the chart, and this is just basic support and resistance, that if we're going to now reclaim this level and hold it as support, that opens up the potential to come up to 21K. If we can come up to 21K, hold that as support, this clearly gives us the opportunity to get that move up to $25,000. And so right now, if we go to a very low time frame, we can kind of zoom in and see what is Bitcoin doing on a very low time frame. Going to go to the 12-minute, and we can see that you know, we actually are bouncing right now from a level. It is a if we go ahead and put on some levels here, let's see. I actually don't have the level on my chart right now, but we are bouncing from a naked point of control that we had right around 16,780. I don't know if I have a... Oh, actually I do. So over in the Discord this morning, I posted the level. Yeah. right here. So we had that naked point of control at 16,770. And it was a good level for a potential scalp. And so we did get the bounce right from that level right here. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. So let's see what is going on this very local time frame. We can look at this entire little chunk of consolidation that we've been doing here as its own range, right? We can look at this as its own range. So we go ahead, pull fixed volume profile right there. And pretty much, you know, when I'm looking at this now, right, yeah, when I'm looking at this right now, it's pretty much, you know, I would definitely want to come above these highs, or even this high, to look to take a short. But it seems pretty clear that if we're not able to come back up above 16,800, we could get another move back down to like 16.6-ish, right? That is going to be our next area of local support. We take a look at market Cipher B on the 24-minute time frame. There's nothing really, there's really nothing to look at, right? We don't have any kind of divergences. We're forming a local bottom, which doesn't really mean much. We look at the 12-minute time frame as well. We can see that we do see momentum kind of rising up here a little bit. But again, nothing too much to really look at here. And this is the lowest volatility that we've had for Bitcoin. I think we're at a historic low right now. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that we are at a historic low for volatility right now on Bitcoin. So yeah, New York is about to open now in about 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and check out an order flow chart right here. Let's see if we can see anything that's been happening lately here. Okay, so as we are getting this bounce off of the naked point of control, we can see that we are getting an increase of open interest and a decrease in CBD, which actually is slightly bullish here. This is bullish. We've got a lot of people actually shorting here, and price is getting higher. So when you have a lot of people shorting and price is getting higher, that's showing you absorption of shorts. Okay, that is showing you absorption of shorts. So basically what has happened here, very locally, is that when people saw that we were getting this drop down, people are thinking, whoa, we're going to head lower. And so a lot of people are shorting in this area. And we can see that by looking at this chart, seeing that right here, these purple areas here, these are shorts opening up, new shorts opening up. And although the shorts are opening up, the price is actually unable to put in a lower low. In fact, the price has made a higher low. That's called absorption, which it could potentially give us a push to the upside. And if we take a look at what actually happened here when we came down to hit that point of control, we did get a little bounce from that Fibonacci golden pocket zone right here. Well, actually, I guess we did not, but we did on the USDT pair, which is the pair that I am currently trading, but we did not on the USD pair, so that is something to take note of. All right, guys, New York is going to open in about 15 minutes. Let's hope that we can get some crazy, wild volatility here. Let's hope it can be a good day. Yeah, so Gazgano says, yep, it's been the lowest volatility on Bitcoin. Where's a potential short for Luna Classic? I just posted that in the VIP Discord this morning. Yeah, Luna Classic, guys, is pumping right now. Luna Classic is absolutely pumping right now. Yeah, it's crazy. So shout out to Gabriel. He wants to pump it. What's going on, Gabriel? Yeah. Boy, and I am. I'm doing cardio, man. Shout out to Boyan. Okay, so Tax Partners Canada says, I think we will pump due to China relaxing its C19 rules. Yeah, that could very well be. In fact, did anybody else listen to the interview that CryptoFace did with Justin Sun? He was talking about the same thing, that as China is relaxing the C19 policies, that the Chinese economy is kind of going into a bullish market right now. Now, honestly, I don't know anything about the Chinese economy, so I don't know if that's true or not. I do not know if that is true or not. So this is currently what is going on with Bitcoin, guys. Let's take a look quick at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 right now is currently trading within this very local range that we've got going on. And these are like the main levels I'm looking at for S&P 500. This is the ES mini futures chart. The reason why I'm looking at this chart is because really this tends to be a leading indicator for Bitcoin. In fact, it's very interesting, just as a quick example of why it's important to keep an eye on this chart when it comes to trading Bitcoin, is because the S&P 500 futures chart had a gap right here, right? We can see that the candles over here on Monday, December 26th, which was yesterday, we had a gap, and then we came down, we filled the gap, and when we filled the gap, we got a little bounce. Now, when we filled that gap, Bitcoin at the same time was also getting a little bounce from this little area right here. And so a lot of times we'll notice that if the S&P 500 is coming to key resistance or key support, then other assets like Bitcoin will also, if they are at key support or key resistance, get a very similar reaction. So right now, some of the most important areas that I am looking at for this, at least for support, are the following. So the S&P 500 does right now have local support at around 3830, because this is back down to the low of this little mini range here. It's also a Fibonacci golden pocket. So if Bitcoin is going to continue to do nothing, right? Or let's say that we see Bitcoin is going to get a move down to take the lows that we have here, even just 16,700, right? If we see that the S&P 500 is finding support at its key area of 3830, then we could have more of a confidence saying, okay, perhaps this could make for a nice scalp or potential long trade on Bitcoin, right? Now, if the S&P 500 loses that level, we don't have support until we're coming back down to like the 3,700 area. 3,700 is actually pretty major support for the S&P 500. And so if we need to really pay attention if we're trading Bitcoin to what is happening with the S&P 500 when we come down to that $3,700 region. Because keep in mind that the S&P 500 is in that range with 3,700 being the bottom. Bitcoin is also in this range with, in my opinion, the bottom being right around $16,200. So it would be a very interesting confluence if Bitcoin gets a bigger move down to this zone, and the S&P 500 also gets a bigger move down to this zone right down here, that 3,700-ish zone. That could make for a really nice confluence for a potentially really juicy long position on both if you trade other markets other than crypto. I'm currently only trading crypto right now. I want to take a look at some other assets here. New York is going to open in about 12 minutes. Right now, the DXY is pumping, says Famous. And so Gabriel says that Tron is next for the pump. Yeah, that could very well be. That could very well be. So Randy says 17,350 today. That would be really great if we got to 17,350 today. 17,350 is let's see here. Yeah, so 17,350 is literally my next take profit here on the long that I'm in. 17,354 is my next take profit on the long. So I hope we get there. And, you know, that is this key zone. I mean, really, that is the key zone that we have right around this area. This is key resistance for Bitcoin, right? There is the potential on the Bitcoin chart that we are forming a, let's see, that we are forming some kind of weirdly shaped head and shoulders pattern. And, I mean, there's so many different ways to draw this thing. But if this is a weirdly shaped head and shoulders, okay, then the potential lower high will come in right around that area, right? This is right where the Fibonacci golden pocket is. And believe it or not, the target for this potential head and shoulder is going to be, if we take it and drag it down, depending on where we draw it, right? There are different ways that we could draw this thing, depending on where we're going to take it from. So there's different potential targets, but one of the potential targets is going to be, believe it or not, the high that we put in back here in 2019, right? Which is coming in right around that 14K area. And one of the things that I have noticed as far as deciding whether or not this is a Bitcoin bottom, because a lot of people are saying potentially this is a bottom. Well, it could be a bottom, but I don't like it as a bottom because we're not really at any areas of support or resistance right now. Like, we're not at any areas of support, really. The next major area of support is going to be the retest of the 2019 high, which is a very, very important high because it's actually the range high of the range that we were trading, basically between 13K and 3K, which, if you guys don't remember, 12, 13K historically for Bitcoin is a very important level. It was a level that we can go back before ByBit was even a thing and see that this was a very important level. So this would actually be a very interesting support resistance flip here to potentially form some kind of actual bottom. Now, personally, I don't think that we're going to see Bitcoin start to pump again until after the halving happens. And right now, I think that's going to happen around April 2024. But yes, I don't think we're going to see like massive pumping. We usually don't get the bull market officially beginning until after the halving, but I think we could actually bottom and then range for a while. That's typically what happens, right? We bottom out. This is going all the way back to, this is like a year, basically, after the all-time high for Bitcoin back in the last cycle. And then we pretty much did just range in here for a while before finally breaking out again. So that's kind of what I am thinking will happen. So I've definitely got my eyes on that 14K, 13.8K level for a potential bottom if we get a rejection from that 17.4 area, right? 17.4 right, for me right now is very key. And if we look at this structure that we have going on right here, it also is, we've got the high, the low, the lower high, the lower low, the lower high, the lower low. So it is a downtrend, right? It is a downtrend. All right, let's see what else we got going on right now. Okay, we're getting that move up. We're getting a little move. New York's going to open in 7 minutes. We know what's the S&P 500 is actually holding support at the gap right now. S&P 500 is holding support at the gap that was filled. Let's take a look at some lower time frame. And okay, so we're forming some kind of a bottom on the 12-minute. Let's go to the 6-minute. Slight uneven butt cheek pattern, bullish divergence on the 6-minute, the 3-minute. Slight bullish div on the 3-minute as well. Let's really see what happens. We've got 7 minutes till market open. I'm hoping we can get some kind of move. Shout out to Boris. What is going on? Yeah, so some you think there's going to be a front run pump of the halving? Maybe that is very possible. That is absolutely very, very possible. SPX will gap to the upside, says Aaron G. Yeah, SPX may be gap to the upside. In fact, while we are here, let's take a look. This is the futures chart. Let's take a look at SPX, the index here. Let's take a look at where we're currently at right now. So we closed at 38.44. 38.44 on Friday. 38.44 on Friday. It's been a 3-day break. Come back to the ES. And we're at 38.74. So we might gap up maybe like 30 bucks or so. So let's see what happens, right? We got 6 minutes until New York opens. We can see here that we are continuing to see an increase of open interest right now. We saw this bullish divergence kind of play out here on the order flow chart. We saw shorts getting absorbed. We saw price unable to make lower lows. Okay, let's take a look at ETH real quick. ETH is pretty much in the same position as Bitcoin. We've got the local range right here. And for me, I'm pretty much looking to, you know, basically come up to the high of the range for a potential short trade, or come down to the lower of the range for a potential long trade. That is what I'm looking at right now for ETH. It's interesting, guys. So one of the ways, like, I've been really... shout out to Super Googly, by the way, man. Shout out to Super Googly. Super Googly with the super chat. ES has a 10-minute delay for mortals. Yes, Horace, I do have the paid version, so mine is real time. Shout out to Super Googly, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Can we have a look at the monthly, quarterly, and see if it's possible that Bitcoin will not make all-time highs after next halving? That is very possible. That is very possible that Bitcoin will not make all-time highs. A lot of people are saying that. A lot of people that I have been speaking to are talking about Bitcoin simply just coming back to maybe around like 50K and then calling it a day. So I don't know. Of course, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So if, let's say, this is the bottom, the golden pocket right now is 50K. We have this weekly order block right here at 50K. And if I'm not mistaken, I probably actually am mistaken, but wow, yeah. We have the high volume node right there at 50K too. So clearly this is key resistance. And if we do come back into the range here, I mean, who's to say that we won't just keep ranging in here? Anything is possible, right? For me, I've got my eggs in the Bitcoins going to 100K basket, right? I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I got my eggs in the Bitcoin going to 100K basket. I have more Bitcoin on spot right now than I've ever had in my life. It's either going to be a really great thing or it's going to be a not so great thing for me. But it's a risk I'm willing to take, guys. I'm willing to take that risk. Okay? All right, so S&P 500 is currently not doing much. Ethereum hugging that point of control. Guys, CoinGecko is a great website to go and decide what assets to trade if you're looking to trade some altcoins, because what you can do is you can see who's had the biggest moves in the last 24 hours, in the last 7 days, or who's had the worst move in the last 24 hours and 7 days. And pretty much, like right now, Terra Luna Classic has had the largest move in the last 24 hours and week out of all assets. So you can go and say, okay, who's had the most volume, who's had the biggest move, and then go and look to trade it in the opposite direction is what I like to do, right? If something's pumping like crazy, like Filecoin, or some of these obscure tokens as well, I mean, obviously it has to be an exchange that you trade on, but if a coin is pumping like crazy, then go check it out, see what resistances there are and what market cipher is looking like. Maybe you can get some good positions. So I was looking at Luna Classic this morning. I was taking a little look at Filecoin. ICP, I'm actually, people, I know people hate on me, but I'm actually kind of long-term bullish on ICP. It's one of those coins I actually hodl. So New York is going to open now in a few minutes, 2 minutes. Let's actually take a look at ICP. Let's take a look at some of these other assets real quick. Hang on. We've been getting some nice pumpage here. We've been getting some nice pumpage on ICP. And yes, this is one of the coins that I am kind of long-term bullish on. Let's check out what is happening right now. Wow, look at this chart, man. Does anything look more bullish than... Has anyone ever seen a more bullish chart than this in their life? Right? Joking. Let's check it out. We've gotten a pretty big move to the upside. So let's see what's going on here. And when we get moves like this, what we can do is we can identify the ranges. Right now, it's pretty clear that we are trading in this range. And look at that, guys. Look at that. We got a golden pocket, support resistance flip right at value area high of this local range. And so this is kind of how you can come up with trading plans for stuff and say, all right, if we come up there and I'm getting bearish divergences, I could shoot for something like this, right? Which is honestly not the best trade in the world, depending on how we manage our stop loss there. But I would say, you know, this is key resistance. This could be a pretty nice trade setup, actually. All right, so New York is officially open for business, guys. Let's see what is happening right now. As New York opens, we have people closing out of their positions immediately right now. Closing out of their positions immediately. A lot of longs have taken profits here after this little scalp bounce. Longs are taking profits. What is the ES is dumping? Wow, okay. ES is dumping like crazy right now. Let's check out what SPX is doing. SPX is dumping like crazy right now, guys. SPX is absolutely dumping. We didn't even really actually gap to the upside there. We did not really even gap to the upside at all right there. No, we did not. Wow. And Bitcoin also is getting a pretty large candle to the downside right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the first level that we want to really be looking at right now for Bitcoin is going to be these lows down here, 16,713. That's the first significant low that I would be looking at before I get interested in potentially entering into these markets, risking my hard-earned assets. Okay? So we shall see now. See what is going on. Wow, okay, yeah. So a lot of people closing out of their trades. A whole bunch of longs wrecked right now. Some shorts even closing out. People are not really, there's really no clear decision right now on what is going on. S&P 500 continuing to have a bearish 3-minute candle right here. Let's check out the dollar real quick. Let's check out the dollar. DXY. Dollar also getting a move to the downside right now, guys. So, all right. So let's see what's going to happen as we come down to this 16,713 area here, because of course this is going to be one of the areas where we might find support. We can just clearly see this level acting as support in the past, and so if we do get a move down there, it would be a nice area to be looking for some kind of support. So Bennu says Bitcoin is dumping after Christmas because he was lazy and ate too much. It does happen. Random Tuts says, am I blocked? No, you're not blocked. Yeah, strange market open for sure, Aaron G. Randy says fake out pump coming. Very well could be. I mean, honestly, we also do have the previous day lows that we put in. So if we reclaim them, yeah, there's obviously potential upside here. For me, you know, when we just take a zoomed out look at this chart, you know, I'm not really interested in entering into the market here unless we really move away from this high volume node. I mean, you know, fair value and stuff like that. You know, I'm already long from much lower. So it's all good. I have no FOMO. I'm also short for much higher. Randy just added to his long. Okay, so we have a 12-hour blood diamond on Bitcoin. 12-hour blood diamond on Bitcoin. Let's check that out. We're going to go to the 12-hour chart. Go ahead, put on Market Cipher A. Market Cipher A. Let's check it out. Market Cipher A. Oof, blood diamond on the 12-hour, guys. When was the last time we had a blood diamond on the 12-hour? They seem to not always necessarily be the worst thing in the world. We did have one back in May, and that led to a catastrophic breakdown. We had one back in April, and that also did lead to a catastrophic breakdown. The last time we had a blood diamond, though, on the 12-hour, it led to just more ranging, okay? It led to just more ranging, and we will have to wait and see how this one plays out. But clearly, it's there, so it is something to watch out for. Let's check it, see what the dollar is doing. Not too much. Let's go back to the ES, see what the S&P 500 is doing. Continuing to dump, guys. S&P 500 continuing to dump. So the next major area of support now for S&P 500 is going to be down here at around 38.30. 38.30. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is dumping like crazy, guys. Oh man. Okay, so Bitcoin is also getting a move to the downside right now. 3 yellow X's on the 12-minute. Oh my good. Oh my. This is it, guys. This could be capitulation right here. This could be capitulation. I don't know. It's funny because it's really not doing anything, but at least it's doing something. At least it's doing something, right? Okay, so remember, next area of support for Bitcoin, 16,713. Let's check out S&P 500. We know where our next major area of support is for S&P 500. I mean, there are some intermediate areas around here, right? So, I mean, for example, the intermediate golden pocket we are actually at right now for the S&P 500. So, let's see what happens as we are coming down to this intermediate level of support on the S&P 500. Are we getting a bounce? We are. The 3-minute time frame still looks very bearish to me. The 12-minute time frame still looks bearish. The 1-minute time frame still looks like there is potential for downside. Let's check out Bitcoin. What is happening? 12-minute time frame, guys. We are definitely getting the floppy butt cheeks right now. We are getting the floppy butt cheeks. Okay, you can see the butt cheeks are getting. There's a not so juicy one on the left and a very juicy one on the right. But what we really want to see is we want to see the juicy butt cheek on the left and the not so juicy butt cheek on the right. This is what we want to see. This is not what we are seeing, right? We're seeing the opposite of that. This is a mirror mode right now. Okay? So, man, things are dumping pretty hard, guys. Things are dumping pretty hard. Oh, man. Okay, so Gabriel says pump it. Gabriel wants to pump it. Is it 1%? Is it a 1% move? I don't really know what it is, actually. We can measure it up real quick. Shout out to everyone in the chat, by the way, guys. Guys, make sure to like the stream. Make sure to like the stream. Oh, my goodness. Sheesh, man. This is crazy. Make sure to like the stream, guys. Make sure to share the stream on Twitter and all your social media networks. All right, wow. This is crazy, guys. Let's see if we come down to that area of support right there. And after things kind of settle down, we could take a look at some other assets, man. We could take a look at some other assets. Let's kind of see. ICP also getting a little move to the downside. Everything's getting a move to the downside right now, guys. Everything is getting a little move to the downside, except for Tether. But yeah, pretty much everything else has gotten a move down right now in the past 1 hour. Okay, so let's see what happens. For me, I'm kind of hoping we come back down. Well, I shouldn't say. I shouldn't say what I'm hoping. I don't really care what happens. I'm hoping we come down to one of these areas, major areas of support or resistance. S&P 500 right now is getting a bounce from the golden pocket. So this is actually telling me that potentially we could see a bounce also on Bitcoin, right? Because we are getting a bounce from this golden pocket. However, the juicier level on the S&P 500 is going to be down here. So what I would like to see right now, just based on these levels that we have, is get a move up from this golden pocket and then potentially come back down a little bit lower, and then we could see the uneven butt cheek pattern on the 12-minute time frame doing something like this. Now let's take a look quickly at an order flow chart to see what is actually happening here in the moment. Interesting. Okay, so we had a lot of shorts actually open up in this candle to the downside here. We did have a lot of shorts open up. People who shorted the bottom. Guys, never short the bottom, okay? Never short the bottom. Let's zoom in even more and see what is actually going on here. Wow, yeah, so we do have some shorts that have opened up and are still opening up along this whole way down here, actually. Look at this. Whole bunch of shorts opened up at 8:08 a.m. and then we have even more shorts that are opening up right here. So they could very easily get trapped right now. We've got shorts opening. Shorts are opening up. We see a pretty big increase here of open interest after this big decrease, and we see that primarily is people shorting right now. So if everyone's shorting the low, if there's somebody here trying to absorb, that could give us a push up. Combine that with the fact that the S&P 500, the ES mini futures, is getting a bounce from the local golden pocket. Probably not the best time to be shorting Bitcoin right now, guys. Probably definitely not the best time to be shorting Bitcoin right now. You know, I would never short here. I would also never long here, to be honest. Well, maybe I shouldn't say never, but it's definitely not the best place in the world to be trading. I mean, this is such a tiny little range right here. I'm really hoping we get some kind of break either to the upside or to the downside. Check out the 4-hour on market Cipher B real quick, and honestly, it looks like there is room here for upside and downside. Yeah, there's room for anything right now on Bitcoin. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Maybe we can get an uneven butt cheek pattern here on market Cipher B. Is it a fake out? Shout out to Tom Crown. Tom Crown, what's going on, bro? Good morning. Everybody go subscribe Tom Crown, like Tom Crown, smell Tom Crown on Facebook and MySpace and YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to him on YouTube. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Yeah, make sure to FOMO into the like button, guys. 100x leverage. Yeah, I advise, I don't give financial advice on this channel, but if I had to give financial advice, I would advise everybody to make sure and FOMO into the Jason Gasper like button. 100x leverage right now. All right, we are down. S&P 500 at local support, more major support below us. Bitcoin is coming down also to local support, but more major support is below us. Things are not as volatile as we would like them to be, not as volatile as they were last week. Shout out to Pow, who misses the Pikachu hat. Well, guess what? I got the Pikachu hat on right now, okay? Pikachu hat is back, baby. Back in action. Guys, make sure to like the stream. We got like 700 people in here. Only 200 likes. Very bad for man's self-esteem. You know? I already can't get a girlfriend, and now I can't get any likes either on YouTube. All right, we could take a look at maybe some other assets. Let's take a look at some others here. This is ICP. Take a look at XRP. Let's take a look at XRP, guys. XRP is getting a nice little bounce. And interestingly enough, this bounce on XRP, in fact, if we clear off this chart, let's clear it up, because XRP is actually one of the highest gainers in the past 24 hours. So there might actually be some opportunities here on XRP. Take a fib from the low to the high, and we bounce pretty much directly off that zone in between the golden pocket and the 786. This is actually a sign of bullishness here. The fact that we're putting in a higher low right into this area. If we turn on market Cipher B, this is the daily time frame. We do see a nice trigger wave right here, a nice anchor wave on market Cipher B. It's actually looking really nice because look what happened here, right? This is a long time ago. This is going all the way back to May. But if we just look at what has happened from May and look at this giant piece of market structure here, we put in a low with a bullish divergence on market Cipher B, you know, that good old uneven butt cheek pattern, that nice juicy left cheek, the not so juicy right cheek. And then we came up, we found resistance at resistance, right? In fact, we shorted this in the VIP Discord. By the way, if anyone wants to join the community, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, we still have a 30% discount on all the courses at jasoncaspertrading.com. If you use the coupon code Forever in the Friend Zone, you can get 30% off both courses. But yeah, so we came up to resistance, rejected. Now we've come down. We put in another higher low, and we're getting a bounce from the Fibonacci Golden Pocket. So this is quite interesting. This is quite interesting right here. And yeah, I think that XRP could be giving us some nice opportunities in the future because we have had, within the past day, a nice 6% move. You can't get that on Bitcoin, guys. You cannot get 6% on Bitcoin. So let's kind of see what's going on here. If we take a look at the range that we were trading, it's a very, very, very clearly defined range. Very clear highs, very clear lows, right? So right now, what I am looking at is potentially, check this out. If we take from the high to the low, look at this, guys. Would you look at that beautiful, beautiful confluence right there? We have a Fibonacci Golden Pocket coming in right at the value area high of this massive range. And not only that, but if we take a look at the volume that traded right here in this mini range, the highest volume node of the mini range is also coming in right in between that zone. Like this zone right here between the Golden Pocket and the 786, the value area high. This could be just another move to the high of the range and then back down. So we are looking at potentially right now another, if we come up to the high of the range, another 24-25% on XRP. Could make for a pretty nice potential trade. Now, here's something very important, right? If we're planning out trades like this into the future, we need to see that we're getting some kind of a market structure change, right? So if I was going to look for a long, and this is a daily time frame, right? If I was trading the daily time frame for Ripple, I would want to come up and put in another high to take out this high to show that we are officially now getting some kind of bullish market structure change. And then what I would do is I would look to long a retest of probably the Fibonacci Golden Pocket / high volume node. And if we get something like that, right, for me, I would want to see confirmation of flipping market structure to bullish and then come in for the retest. And then I would shoot for up here. This is like planning trades a long time in advance because we don't know what's going to happen. But this is giving us actually a pretty nice setup right here, especially if we come up to the higher end of this, right? This is potential like a 4-to-1 risk reward right here. And then what we could do is we could also plan to, if we come up to that area, to short it back down to the low of the range, right? So this right here, I mean, is some pretty potential juiciness that we could look for, right? We're talking about like a 25, over 50% potential gain right here for this little trading plan, just based on this range, because the levels are very, very, very nice, right? The levels are very, very, very nice for XRP. Now, if we don't get that bullish market structure that we're looking for, right, then there's a few things we could do. For me, we can notice the fact that we actually never did come back down to the low of this value area. And so what that means is we might be looking for something like this, right? We might actually get a fake out to the downside, grab the liquidity, and then actually get a move to the upside, right? Now, if that happens, we could see that we would actually still have a very similar target toward the high of the range, right? If we're going to get a bullish divergence on the daily time frame like this, as we come down and take out these lows, that could also give us a very nice potential trade, right? So we could trade that up to our same target, but this would actually give us a much better entry because we could get in at the exact low. Now we're talking a potential 50% gain, and depending on how low this wick comes down, this is still like a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio trade setup. So make sure to like the video, guys. I just gave 4 potential trade setups on XRP, and they all have very clearly defined criteria that we can look for in order to get into a trade. We don't have to rush into a trade. This is the daily time frame. This is like swing trading on a high time frame. You can really be relaxed, right? For the potential long trades, we're talking these are days out, right? We're going to put in a higher high and then get a retest. This is potentially days, weeks away, but we can be ready for it. And then once we get to that level, we can assess, do we see what we want to see on market Cipher? It's all about staying one step ahead of the markets, having a plan always in advance. You know, that's the way I trade, and that's what we go through at jasoncaspertrading.com. 30% discount in the description if you use the coupon code Forever in the Friend Zone. This will teach you how to read the charts, feel confident, stop FOMOing and trading with emotions. That actually always have that plan, and jump into the trades, right? And this is the way we give the setups in the VIP Discord as well, right? This setup, of course, the lower time frame, given in advance because we're like, hey, we're coming up to key resistance. We know what we're looking for on market Cipher. You know, if you do want to join the VIP Discord, guys, you can go to patreon.com/JasonCasper. But everybody, make sure to join the free Discord. Make sure to join the free Discord. Got a free Discord community. I'm posting in here TA updates now on a regular basis. Something bad happened, guys. Discord messed up. It kicked out literally thousands of people from my free community. So I'm trying to build this thing back. So make sure to join the free Discord, guys. Link in the description. Had a little tragedy happen, but hopefully, Lord willing, we will get back in action. Okay? So, hopefully, Lord willing, we'll get back in action. Okay, so back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has not done very much during our XRP excursion here. Steven Dupe says dump and pump. Crypto and Tech Guy says soul. Shout out to Miguel. Shout out to Mr. Bitcoin. Bitcoin Bull CVD. Yes, we do have bullish CVD on Bitcoin. Wow, we've got some really nice bullish CVD on Bitcoin right now. This is the 5-minute chart, guys. We can see, well, actually, a lot of these guys did close their shorts. But yes, we do have some bullish CVD here. We do have some absorption of shorts. And now we've got some longs coming into the market, guys. So we've got some longs coming into the market right now. How is the S&P 500 doing? S&P 500, guys, did lose that golden pocket. Okay. But let's see what happens. If we reclaim this golden pocket, now we're actually getting some real bullish divs on the 1 minute. Let's check out our 12-minute time frame on the S&P. Okay, I would like to actually see lower here. I would like to see lower. I would like to see lower. Just because I don't see any uneven butt cheeks on the 12-minute. Money flow is kind of on the way down. I would like to see us come down on the S&P 500 to this next major zone of support, which would be actually a really nice confluence if Bitcoin could manage to come down below this level here. Bitcoin does have some nice areas of support just below. We have some nice areas of support just below. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Maybe, again, guys, the ES chart, ES mini futures chart is like a leading indicator for Bitcoin. So really watch what it's doing. Because we didn't hold that support, it really makes me think we could get another move down. We know our next major zone of support is going to be 38.30. For Bitcoin, I am going to be keeping my eyes for a potential chicken drinking water pattern right here at 16,716. And if we don't get a chicken drinking water right there, I'll be looking down at 16,500 for a potential chickens drinking water. Keeping my eyes on what the ES is also doing here. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in trading, guys. What we have to do is we have to make our plans and then trade them accordingly, right? Make our plans, trade them accordingly. So let's see what happens here. A reclaim of this golden pocket would be bullish. It would be very bullish. But, you know, the 6 minute, I don't really like what I see on the 6 minute. We are forming a bottom for certain. We're forming a bottom for certain. But besides the 1 minute, I don't see a divergence here. The 6 minute is definitely forming a bottom for certain. Bitcoin, we did see some absorption here. But a lot of those shorts have closed, actually. Like, not all of them, actually, but about half of them. So it's not the clearest signal in the world, but nonetheless, it is a divergence, right? It is a divergence. Gabriel says 69K is incoming. Do I know what causes uneven butt cheeks or overextended assets? I don't even know, man. I honestly have no idea. I don't know. All right, the Crypto Killers was kicked out of the Discord. Okay, guys, yeah, come. If you got kicked out of the Discord, please rejoin, because somehow something got messed up and people's roles were removed, and it's very disappointing. I mean, we literally lost 6,000 members in one night. So, okay, Horace says the course and the JC Discord is the best thing that happened to me since I was in this space in 2017. You would love a bit of an update on the course. We're always updating the course. Both courses constantly will be updated. I just added 2 new sessions to the course like a month ago. What does CVD mean? CVD is a cumulative volume delta, and it's basically showing us who is more in control of the market, right? So this white line right here is showing CVD. If the white line is coming down, that means they're the shorts, the bears are in control. If the white line is coming up, that means bulls are in control. It's not that simple, right? There's more that we need to consider here when it comes to the CVD, like the open interest, but that's in general what it means. So if price is getting higher and CVD is getting lower, then that's telling us more people are shorting than longing, but the price is getting higher, so we can infer from that information that there are bigger players actually building long positions down here as smaller retail is shorting, larger players are longing, right? We can infer that information based on the CVD and the open interest. But again, this information is something that needs to be taken in context with other things that you see on the market, right? So yeah. For more info about that, we do have an extensive course that Boyan and myself put together. If you go to learn.jasoncaspertrading.com, you could get a very in-depth explanation of all that stuff. Shout out to Miguel. Yeah, man, shout out to you again. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Shout out to Randy. Says BRICS will destroy the US dollar, hyperinflation 2023. Yeah, if we do get some hyperinflation here, guys, you know, if we do start to hyperinflate, I think that will actually be bullish for Bitcoin. Like, when I say hyperinflate, I mean if the Fed starts to print again, that will be very bullish for Bitcoin. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if the reserve currency that the BRICS nations are working on actually does overtake the dollar, because hey, I mean, the petrodollar is a thing of the past. Let's be honest. Saudi Arabia openly talking about not using dollars to trade oil. That in and of itself, the fact that they're talking openly about it shows that, you know, they have no respect for the United States, don't give a crap about what we think. And I say we because I live here. And yeah, there's nothing bagging the dollar except the fact that it's the world reserve petrodollar. So if that goes away because of the BRICS nations, some bad things could happen. So, you know what could help everything, guys? CBDCs could save everything. You know, that could just save everything. You know, our financial system's collapsing. Guys, see this? Guys, see this thing on my hair? What is that? Yeah, let's get that Fed to pivot, man. Juan joined the Discord after verifying nothing appears. Oh, man, you just did it now, huh? Reach out to one of our moderators or to me, and maybe we can get you settled out. What is my thought on a $10 SOL? Let's check out Sol right now, guys. Let's check out Sol. Now, I know there's been some news about Sol, right? What's been going on with Sol? Let's check it out. Let's go to Google. Sol news, right? That's Coinbase. I don't want Coinbase. All right, the Sol price might drop by 60%. Is there any other Didn't something bad happen to Sol? I don't know. We'll just look at the chart. I'm not a fundamental kind of guy, right? I'm fundamentally a technical trader. So, yeah, something bad happened to it. Everyone says it's going to zero now. This chart looks pretty dang bearish. I was interested in actually longing Sol a while ago. Longing the golden pocket retrace here. Taking these lows and getting along. I actually never did take that trade. So right now we got... Could Sol come down to $10? I mean... Of course. Of course Sol could come down to $10. Of course it could. Of course it could. So right now, this was the last major zone of support. Just looking at this chart, right? Let's go to the weekly. Let's go to the EK weekly. We'll put it on log mode. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so just looking at the weekly, guys, this weekly order block right here was the last major zone of support. You can see we did start to bounce from it, right? We did start to get a bounce from it. Now, man, it's a smooth move down. This is the weekly time frame. We actually don't have any weekly support, guys. We have no weekly support until we come back down to this zone right here between $3 and $5. We have no support on the weekly time frame until $3 to $5. We could retest this little high from August of 2020, and then January 2021, we have this little order block right here on the weekly time frame. Let's pull out some fibs and see if there's any kind of fib hope. There's no fib hope, guys. There's no fib hope. Man, even the fibs aren't giving us hope, guys. We can't even pull the fib for some hope. All right, this is on, hang on. Yeah, this this is definitely not giving us any hope here, huh? Yeah, man, it could happen, right? Man, this is not a very bullish looking chart, guys. Okay, the fact that we are losing this weekly order block. Let's go to the 5-day chart. Yeah, look at this guy. I mean, this was clearly the last area of support. We have not gotten a chicken's drinking water from these levels. The next areas of support below us for Sol are looking pretty bleak. Let's check out the ES. Okay. ES, guys, did get another move down, finding now support on the 786. The 12-minute is giving us a bottom here. How's Bitcoin doing? The 1 hour, 12-minute on Bitcoin. We still do not have a any kind of uneven butt cheek patterns here, but we do need to keep our eyes on 16,713. All right, let's go back to the order flow chart, see what is going on. Wow. We had, we have some longs opening up now, guys. We have some longs opening up here. Nothing too much, nothing too crazy. I mean, yes, we have an increase of volume since New York opened. We've about tripled, quadrupled our volume per candle. Wow, and this last candle here actually did have about 6 million volume in it. So let's see. All right, yeah, Soul, man, looking bearish, looking super bearish. Shout out to Memory Man. Shout out to AdSo, who says SFP. What are we SFPing right now? Is Bitcoin getting an SFP? I don't see it. Unless you're talking about this, I don't see it. Is the S&P 500? Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, you could consider that one. Yeah, you could. You could consider that. You could consider that CDW into the 786. Yeah, you could. You could. And we definitely have 1 minute bullish divs. Man, I would prefer to see some higher time frame bull divs here. I would prefer to see it. I mean, keep in mind, guys, if we zoom out here, although this is a potential CDW, we are below the point of control. I mean, we came up to the value area high of this mini range. We filled the gap. We tried to get a little bounce. We didn't bounce. We came down, lost the point of control, lost the golden pocket. We're getting a bounce from this potential CDW, but I mean, we have the value area low still just below us, and this is actually much juicier support. So I personally would want to hold out for that, as well as the Bitcoin, guys. I mean, the Bitcoin, we have these lows right here below us from Christmas Day. And so, you know, it would be nice to at least take those down. The 4 hour looks poopy, says Girlandia. Shout out to Roba. DXY has a bearish div on the 5 minute. Okay, all right. Maybe we're going to pump then. Oh, Bitcoin bounced from the weekly. Shout out to Surface 9. Whoops, didn't have my levels on. Okay, great, man. Bitcoin did bounce from the weekly. Then that's good. That's good. The weekly's good. We got 2 bounces today then. We got one from the naked point of control right here. And now we're getting a bounce from the weekly as well right here. So this is actually a nice level. So Surface 9 brings up a good point. This is actually a good level. It's actually a good level for Bitcoin. So, you know, now that I know this, I am a little bit less bearish on it, you know? That's a nice level. That weekly level is a nice level. That is where we got our weekly close on Sunday, right? If we zoom in right there, we got our weekly close right there. You know, it's right there, clear as crystal. Clear as crystal. Nice. Well, cool. Shout out to Surface 9 for bringing up the bounce from the weekly. That's nice. 12-minute time frame is putting in a bottom. I would love to see the 12-minute time frame give us the uneven bottom that I enjoy very much for getting into positions. This is what gives me pure joy in life. Okay, so Shib Newbie says big dump incoming. All right, so people are saying the Discord has some issues. I'm gonna see what's going on with that. Let's see. People are saying Discord has issues. 6-minute bear div on DXY, 6-minute bull div on Bitcoin. Well, there you have it, guys. There you have it. We're going to Pump City. 6-minute bull div on Bitcoin. Yep. There it is, guys. We do have uneven butt cheeks on the 6-minute. And let's check out DXY. Yep, 6-minute bear div on DXY. All right. So there's a lot of things pointing to upside right now. There's a lot of things pointing to potential upside right now on the Bitcoin price. We've got a bottom. We've got a retest with bullish div on the 6-minute. The ES got a CDW. And the DXY has a bearish div. So, you know, who am I to say what to do? But for me, the weekly definitely was an area I was looking to take a scalp from. So this is a nice level. But man, I would like to see lower if I was going to get into a nice juicy trade here. But let's see what happens. Let's keep our eyes on this this chart. Let's zoom in even more. Take a look at what is happening here. We had a lot of shorts open up. A lot of shorts opened up here at 16.8. You know, we had almost 2 million shorts open up here at 16.8. And we've seen a lot more shorts opening up down here. So we're 16.8. 16.8 is way up here actually. Yeah, so you know, it wouldn't surprise me if we got to move up to 16.8 at least. It's the end of the year. Whales are wishing you will see next year a bad year in crypto. Bitcoin will hit 12K. We might. We absolutely might. We absolutely might. All right, so Gabriel says, look, max dump to 16,400, 16,200, the big pump back. Yeah, I'm definitely looking for the 16,200 area as well on Bitcoin because, I mean, that is a very nice low that can be taken out right down here around 16.2. Yeah, for certain, man. For certain. I'm in that boat as well. I'm also in that boat. DXY. Getting a little consolidation. Let's check out back to the S&P 500 right here. Okay, cool. All right, let's take a look at something else. Sol, we've already determined is going to 0. I'm just kind of kidding, but yeah, we don't have much weekly support until we get to a much lower time frame. 4-hour Bitcoin support is about to break. Shout out to Aaron G, man. God bless you, bro. Have a good day. Yep, 16.2 is also a daily area of support that we do have to be aware of. Absolutely. We have to be aware of that support. So Laurel says $1,498 Bitcoin, not financial advice. Could be. Yeah, guys, make sure to like the video. We got like 600 people, 400 likes. Yeah, let's take a look at Matic. Take a look at Matic. Now, let's take a look at Matic here. We'll go to a low time frame. Alright guys, so this is the long setup that I gave last week during the VIP live stream on Matic. Shout out to everyone who took this Matic long. We were literally right down here when the setup was given. And we were coming up with a plan saying, look, we're coming down to key support, which is the golden pocket and the daily level, but we wanted to wait to enter the trade until we saw the 12-minute uneven butt cheek pattern. right? The 12-minute uneven butt cheek pattern, which we did not get until we came down and put in the low. That's why it's so important to really wait for your confirmations, guys, because we can see that although we were coming down to support and we were getting a big bottom on the 12-minute time frame, it's not just big bottoms that we like. Although I do like big bottoms. Okay, I'm not going to lie about that. But it's the uneven bottoms that I'm actually a big fan of. Because this is really where that power is, right? It's like our good friend Dolores at the diner, the waitress. She got uneven butt cheeks. Look where the money is. She doesn't put it in the left-hand side, guys. She keeps it in the right-hand side. That's where the money is. When price is coming down to a key area of support, we could see the price getting lower and lower. Look at market Cipher B, right? We got the big bottom here on the left. It's the small bottom that we want to see. So Matic came down to support, is getting a bounce. So let's take a look at Matic and see, like, where can we expect a next big move from? Right? Where can we expect a nice big move from? This long setup was given on December 22nd, 2022. Okay. Wow. Would you look at this, guys? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful trade setup, guys. So why were we even looking at this trade setup? This is actually good for how to plan trade setups in the future. But really, if we come in and we get, this is a 4-hour time frame, okay? So when we see Dolores on the 4-hour, let me turn off that guy's comment. Sorry, that guy. I do love you, man. When we see Dolores' butt cheeks on the 4-hour, that's telling us a significant bottom is in, which means we can look to take a long on the next trigger wave. When price gets lower, momentum gets higher, that is telling us high probability that the next trigger wave on market Cipher B is going to be a potential trade setup. So now we have to ask ourselves, where on the chart is that 4-hour butt cheek going to print? And the way we do that is Fibonacci, right? So we take our fib from the low to the high. And so we identified that this is the area that we want to look in between the golden pocket and the 786. That is where we are likely to get the retest, okay? So that is why the long was taken from that area. And so now what we can do is look at this as a potential range, okay? This is actually pretty bullish for me, because of the fact that we are holding value area high as support. Okay, let's check out what the ES is doing. Getting a big pump above the golden pocket. So this is actually a bullish move here. How's Bitcoin doing? Getting a little move to the upside, and then we'll get back into Matic. Yep, Bitcoin is getting a move to the upside here, putting in now a higher high on the 1-minute time frame from that weekly level. Very juicy. So, Matic also is getting a pump here. And right now, this is looking bullish to me, guys. This is looking bullish. I think there's the potential for more upside here. Let's take a look. Yeah, wow, this is actually looking pretty juicy. Well, I would say pretty clear. There's two main areas that I would want to keep my eyes on right now. The first would be this, okay? If this is going to be more of a bullish move, we need to put in a high that is higher than this 82.57, right? So let's just zoom in a little bit. All right, let's come up with some plans for Matic. If we're going to continue higher, we need to continue this bullish market structure. And on the high term time frame, in order to make a higher high, we have to come above 82.67. So if we can get a move above here, and then we start to get a retracement, I would look to then long that retrace. Right? If you're not already long. And so the way I would do that is basically, if we get a move above here, then look for that retrace, and I would look to, depending on where that high comes in, man, you know, well, I would have to find some kind of confluence here. But I would look to enter on some kind of retest of this area here. Right? So I would look for something like this. And if we get something like that, right, what we would want to see is we would want to see this money flow on the 4-hour continuing to get higher. We want to see that continued kind of direction, right? Something very similar to this right here, right? Something very, very similar to this right here. We come up, we take out that previous high, okay? And then we continue to see the money flow and the momentum coming up. We can long on a retest and take it to the next level. That is something that I would be looking for over here. And the next target would be around that 87-cent dollar area, because it's a clear support resistance flip and a Fibonacci golden pocket. That's what I would be looking at for Matic. And if we don't get an opportunity to get a retest because we have a very, very fast move up, right? Let's say we do get a very, very, very fast move up from here. Well, this would be an area I would look potentially to short if we got some upside down uneven butt cheeks, especially if we got that on the 4-hour time frame. You know, something like this. Something like this. Get a big move up. Come down like that. Bitcoin is moving up pretty nice. Looks like we're pumping. Yeah, okay, so now Bitcoin has now put in a higher high. On the 1-minute chart. Let's go to the 12-minute chart. Yeah, so that actually is nice. That is nice. We have come up. Took out that high right there. And so now, I mean, there's two ways to look at it. We could either, if you're looking to long, you could long a retest from this zone right here. I'm personally not looking to long it right now. Or you could wait for lower. Or you could wait to take out this low. But for me, man, there are... Although I missed this weekly, right? I missed the weekly. That's okay. Didn't have it on my chart. Wasn't ready for it. But for me, you know, I would... If I was looking to trade this price action right now, the three things I would do is either wait for a retest here to get in at a higher low. That would be thing number one. Thing number two would actually be to wait for lower to long. And thing number three would be to take out some of these highs up here for potentially shorting. Because we could come up here if we get a fast move up and get some very, very bearish divergences on the 12-minute time frame. Get some very bearish divs on the 12-minute. Let's check out the S&P 500. Wow. Talk about a pump, man. A retest of this gap. A pretty big move to the upside right here. 0.85%. That is a lot. That is a lot. Wow. What kind of move did Bitcoin get on this? 0.65%. Man, it's a crazy world when the S&P 500 moves more than Bitcoin. It's a crazy world when that happens, guys. Side of Cloud says Bitcoin hit the VWAP. Well, there you have it. That's why we're getting some resistance. All right, guys, we've been on for about an hour and a half. I am going to head out. God bless everybody. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Jason_Casper for a chance to win $1,000. Make sure to join the free Discord, guys. And with that being said, God bless everybody. In the name of Jesus the Messiah, I do pray everybody is super blessed. I will be doing a live stream Friday morning, same time. There's no New York Open that day, but make sure to come check it out. All right, guys. God bless and peace.